All right, well, good morning. Hope everybody's good. Let me get situated here. See if anybody's up and about, wants to join. We'll give that some time. Typically, it's just me staring into the screen, waiting for somebody to jump on. I've got a few projects in mind, some pieces that I've been collecting, and maybe thought getting some feedback from y'all might actually help me with my block, my artist block. Yeah. Let's see, and I don't know how to do the chat thing, but that's all right. We'll figure it out. So let me get my grinder real quick. Not sure who joined. I'm not sure. Chad, what's up? I've got a few pieces that I've been holding on to try and figure out exactly what I wanted to do with them. I'm kind of at a loss, honestly. They're smaller projects, but they both involve the grinder, so got that Arbortech grinder attachment. These things really work quite well. So I don't know I don't know if y'all know what a crepe myrtle is. It's probably the most common suburban tree in Texas. I would think they're all over the place. Surprisingly enough, though, when you cut them down or when you trim them, this is what that looks like. It's kind of looks like a birch. It's a little bit blonde, kind of white. But this sucker is hard. It's a really hard wood. And you know, you can make walking sticks out of these. If you took a Dremel, you can carve it up, wrap some leather around the handle. So I've got a bunch of these that I've held on to, and I'm starting to work on a couple of them. But what I also found is, you know, and of course, every tree is going to have what I call the Y, right? So one big branch, and then it splits off into two. And in one of my other videos, I created an angelfish out of an old root, and it was really an incredible piece. But I started looking at these, and I thought, man, if you carved this just right here, you could kind of make like a fish. And I can do that with the cedar pieces. You can do that with this crepe myrtle. It's just that because they're so small, it's hard to clamp them down, whether I use the jaw horse or if I just put it in a vise. But I thought, I've got so many of them, it'd be cool to have like a school of fish made out of these little crepe myrtles. I mean, it's a nice looking wood, really. So I think think that's a possibility. So there's one. This is what I cut out of my last project. It's the big piece that stands up. I created a metal base. I cut a big hole in the middle of this old piece of driftwood, and this is what was left when I cut out of the hole. So I could, whoa, I could make this like some type of a bowl, you know, where I just carve out the inside and just kind of clean up around all of that. So that's another idea, and I may do that. That also involves the grinder. Then, where's my other pieces? Oh, hold on one sec. It's in my shop in here. Yeah, so these are like the, you know, the roots, this is all cedar, I think. Cedar roots. But if you were to split it in half, like I did this one, right? And if I carve this front piece out, I could make this an angelfish, with all the roots being the fins. You know, those angelfish have all these beautiful fins that are hanging, all different colors. You can mix some resin in some of these dark cuts and some of the cracks. So that's a possibility. This one's probably thin enough where I could just hit it with a grinder and not have to split it like I split that one. And that would also be some kind of a sea creature. It's already got the shape and the form. It just needs a little cleanup, you know. So that's what I'm on the fence with. And I may just hook up the jaw horse and just start kind of going at it with the grinder. I don't know if y'all have any suggestions. I'm open to suggestions on any of those pieces, honestly. Don't really want to start anything major right now. I've had super busy at work. It's, you know, that kind of deal. So leave a comment, let me know exactly what you might be looking for. I'll certainly work on it. Let me get the jaw horse over here and then we can start going. Let's try working on the crepe myrtle. Hopefully my volume's okay. Can y'all hear all right? Just give me a thumbs up or leave a comment if my volume's messed up in any way. I think that's why I don't like going live. I'm not in control of the editing, but that's what they say is actually that's because editing some of my videos takes 3 and 4 hours. So it might be kind of cool not to have to do that. Let's try that. Got little kids in the backyard behind us playing. It's always a good sound to hear kids having fun, rather than them being on a phone inside, right? Yeah, let's try that. And so let me get you a little closer here where you can see what I'm doing anyway. Let's see if I can go down a little bit. Yeah, is that better? Yeah. Turn it that way. So you can kind of see this guy, right? Is that okay? Good. All right. get my mask on. And my hearing protection too. Okay. Now we're kind of situated now, right? You guys are quiet out there. Let me show you what we got. So again, this is just from crepe myrtle. You know, the little Y piece. So you can kind of see where I'm talking about when I say it looks like an angelfish. So I think if I flatten these pieces out right here, then it'll look like a couple of fins. Talk about a piece of wood that's readily available. Crepe myrtle, man. And again, this sucker is hard as a rock. And see how look at that pretty blonde, whitish color. So I'm gonna work on these pieces now. See if I can get that in there. That's just not in there good enough. We'll try that. It's shaky. I don't know. We'll see. We'll try it. I'm barely skimming this thing. Barely. Just a little bit. It's tight, very tight in there. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, so hold on. Crepe myrtle, right? Just a Y in the wood to this. And we're going to create just a little angelfish. So I'm trying to flatten these pieces out to where they look like the fins. And then I can make this nose, I can make this more pointed, I could make it more round. I mean, there's really no wrong way to do it. And I'm barely taking, I'm not really pushing very hard with the grinder. I don't want it to catch, but you get the idea. I'm gonna keep working on that, okay? That's just not in there good. I've been having problems with my jaw horse. It's like this little bar down here is not engaging the way it should. Let's see, let's try this again. There we go. Good. Okay. So let's just keep working this little piece right here. What was that? You see that? Yeah. That's scary. This is a new grinder, not a new one, but I had to replace my Metabo, and I bought this Craftsman only because of the size on my hand. I can hold it easier. Some of them are too wide, and I don't feel like I can hold it. Let me unplug this thing real quick. You can hear these kids in the backyard. Yeah, that's in. Okay. Okay. I think you could just finish these off with, once you sand it, you could just put tung oil on it. If it's got some cracks, you could put some resin in there. Okay. Yeah, something's not right. Something is not right. Yeah, not good. Not good. Bizarre, man. You do not want this thing flying off, but it's tight. It feels like it's stripped, which is impossible. I've only had this thing about a week and a half. Well, this is going to be the shortest video of all time, maybe. Okay, let me try another tool. One sec, guys. This is all the fun stuff you normally don't get to see in my videos, right? You know what? I just realized my head's cut off. I'm gonna go up a little bit more. There we go. Hope y'all are doing all right. There we go, that's better. Or maybe my head should be cut off, I don't know. Well. Oh boy, the joy of woodworking. It's slipping. Bizarro. I got it unplugged. There we go. Jeez. Oh my goodness. My washer's not in there. That's why. Dodo. One sec. Yeah, I don't have the washer anymore. Where the heck did that thing go? I knew I had it in there. I didn't drop it. See, I think this is why I don't go live very often. Too many things can happen, right? Well, we're trying. I'm trying. I don't want, but I don't want to cut my arm off or have this thing launch halfway across my yard. So, let's see here. No, it's got to be inside. Hang tight, one sec. My last lone survivor on there, whoever you are, I appreciate it. Okay, so not sure what has happened to my washer. We're gonna try something else though. See if I can get this to stay in place. Maybe. Well, don't that just beat all? So, the joy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna pause this this live video, go get another washer, and then I'll resume. So give me about, I don't know, 15 minutes. I'll be back. But you get the idea of what I was trying to accomplish with this. Again, big piece, crepe myrtle, turning it into some type of a angelfish creature, whatever. And this is a wood that's readily available. It's all over the place. So especially here in Texas, I don't know what part of the world you're at, but most trees have something very similar. Post, and then a Y. You just carve on it a little bit. You can turn this into a pretty cool fish. So I will be back here in about 15-20 minutes. We'll do this again, okay? Thank you guys for sticking around and checking it out. I'll be right back. Let's see, now how do I stop this thing? All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that comment. Thank you.